It's the Friday Night Frenzy on News 18. Sports from where you live.
I am so glad you stuck around for the second half of our show because we got 4 more games to get into. And let me tell you, these games you definitely don't want to miss. We'll start this next half off a little closer to home and take a look at one school who is chasing its first win of the season. That's right, we're going to be talking about the Harrison Raiders. The Raiders were hosting Plainfield, a team they haven't played since 1992 in sectionals. Both teams were looking for their first dub, so let's see who came out victorious. Raiders on the attack, and a pass by QB Ben Henderson will find the hands of Carter Noy, and he gets some much-needed yards for his team after rolling out of bounds. Later on, Harrison is in the red zone, and the pass by Henderson is picked off by the Quakers. Plainfield really moved at lightning speed here, but no need to fret. Raiders lead going into the second half, 16-7. It's the second now, and the Raiders are back on the attack, and this time Henderson hands it off to Ethan Pop, who finds the gap and seems to keep going. But the Raiders wouldn't score in the third. However, they would keep a lead that would last all night long. Final score, Harrison wins 22-14. And honestly, one of my favorite parts about Harrison game was the rocking student section who helped cheer their team on to victory. But let's move on to our second game now as we take a look at Frontier versus North White. Now, both of these teams brought the energy for week 2. I'm talking it was crazy up in here. From big-time passes to big-time tackles, we got it all this Friday. And we are going to talk about that now. Vikings were jamming out in pregame, Frontier hoping to sink the ship, but of course that couldn't happen. Tonight, North White's attempts to respond on the offensive side of the ball, QB Ellie Quajbarth with the quarterback scramble from the complete other side of the field to pick up some yards for the Vikings. But on the other side, number 1 Liam Sibberkus breaks up the pass, stopping a dangerous Grant White from getting down the field. But let me tell you guys, this Reed Duncan to Grant White connection is strong. Duncan throws up another long one, and White gets the diving catch, picking up some major yards as well. Frontier defeats North White 20-14. Now we are going to move closer to Ellison Field, where West Lafayette took on McCutcheon. McCutcheon was fired up for this game, and they had me wanting to throw some pads on. The Mavericks started out strong on both sides of the ball, like on this 4th-down conversion. QB Owen Smith throws a dart to wide receiver Cam Little, who toes the sideline to move the chains. After a slow start, the Red Devils found the offensive groove. How about this run by West Side QB Max Mullins, bulldozing through the defense for the first touchdown of the night. The slow start might have to do with the fire McCutcheon's D had, literally lifting West Lafayette's running back off the ground to stop the run. But for Max Mullins, everything is better in twos. He takes the ball to the house himself yet again for another Red Devil tutty. Just another of many for them tonight. West Lafayette takes down McCutcheon 41-15. Now we're going to take our sights to Twin Lakes because the Indians were hosting South Bank Clay for the first ever meeting between the two schools. The Clay Colonials trying to do some work on offense with QB Liam Wolf throw down the field to Shelby King, but King can't quite get a hand on it for an incomplete pass. As for Twin Lakes, their offense looks unstoppable. Running back Jacob Oliver ran through essentially the entire Colonial defense home free to the end zone for the touchdown. That one's definitely got to go on Oliver's highlight reel for sure. The Colonials put up a fight on offense, but Twin Lakes just proved to be too much for them, not even letting this run get past the line of scrimmage. Jacob Oliver wasn't the only one making it all the way through the defense. Gabe Custer clearly wanted to add some more yards to his stat sheet, flying through the defense for another Twin Lakes touchdown. Twin Lakes wins 46-8. And just like that, we are done with the second week of the Friday Night Frenzy, but we are not quite done with our show just yet. So you better not go anywhere because we have more for you after the break. I mean, we have to check out the scores of other games we couldn't get to, and we have some national rankings coming out of high school volleyball where one local team placed in the top 5. So stick around, we'll be right back.